Hello, good evening. Welcome back to my channel if you're visiting again, or welcome to my channel if you're brand new. This video is not going to be makeup related, and it's quite random. Usually I plan my videos. This one isn't planned, so bear with me. It's pretty late at night, so I apologize. I look tired. I am tired. My hair is messy and my video camera stand broke, so that's why the quality of this video will be a little bit different. But this has been something that has been on my mind for a little bit, and finally I just need to get it off my chest, so bear with me. It's only been a couple months into 2018, and I feel like we've already lost a lot of people. And I know that there's been a lot of tragedies in the world, a lot of school shootings and bombings and storms, disasters, etc., etc. Things that have taken out mass amounts of people. And oh my golly, it breaks my heart. I can't even explain it. It does. It absolutely breaks my heart. And it has been really hard to wrap my head around the amount of losses that we've had so far. My heart goes out to every single family member who has lost somebody very close to them in 2018. And that goes for all of the shootings and the bombings and the attacks, but also something a little bit closer to home, suicide. In my hometown, there has been quite a few suicides already. Nobody that I've known directly, but people who are known to others close to me. There's been just a lot of loss, and it's been hard. A lot of people are hurting, and that goes for the people who are hurting enough to take their own lives, but also the people who hurt after they're gone. There's no way to take them, no way to get them back, and I wish that there was. There isn't, and hopefully, and I just mean hopefully, people start to find some healing and peace and serenity soon. Hopefully they can cope. Hopefully they learn and they rise, and they never forget their loved ones, right? I mean, I don't think anybody could just forget their loved ones. Absolutely. I've lost people close to me, not by suicide, but health, and I know how hard it can be to let go and to move on. And those are all people in my life who have passed away by natural causes. I don't know how I would feel or how I would react about losing somebody to suicide. I think that would be really hard. I have had somebody very close to me attempt and talk about it quite a lot in his life and in my life, and he's become very close to it. There were days I didn't know if he would be there tomorrow, and it has been hard. It's not something that I ever got used to. It's not something I'm used to yet. It started when I was really young, and it continues even today. I'd like to think that he's in a much, healthier place in his life right now, but I know that depression doesn't ever really just go away. It gets better, but it doesn't just go away. So I'm not gonna pretend like it couldn't happen tomorrow, right? I mean, that would just be silly. But since starting my YouTube channel and since branching out on social media, becoming a little bit more public, a little bit more open to the public, I have actually had a surprising amount of people add me on Snapchat and on Instagram. And these are people that I've actually struck up conversations with, I talk to on a daily basis now, and they weren't people who were in my lives a month ago or even a couple weeks ago, right? They're brand new to me, and I talk to them on a daily basis, and I care for them just as if I had known them all my life, because that is the kind of person that I am. Once I meet a person, they do get a spot in my heart, and that's just how I am. And I thought that I would take this opportunity in midst of all of the loss that we have experienced as a community and as a country in 2018 so far, to let people know that even if I don't know you personally, even if I've never talked to you, even if we're not in the same state, that I will always listen. If you need a friend, if you need somebody to give you advice, if you need somebody to just cry to, I don't have to know you. I don't have to have grown up with you to care, because I already care. I absolutely mean that. I don't know. I don't pick and choose who I care about. They come into my life and I care. I care about strangers I see. I work in such a compassionate environment. My job requires compassion. Like it's a requirement above college education, right? And I think that's one of my favorite things about it, because I have all the compassion in the world to give. And I don't mean that to sound stuck up or naive or cocky or however you would like to put it, but I really do. All my life I stood out in a way. I never fit in, because unlike the people on the sidelines, they were looking in and they were laughing and they were judging people in their struggles, I was the person who would go to them and I would say, hey, it's okay. Everybody struggles. It's all right. I struggle. We can struggle together. And that's how I made my friends. And I have no regrets at all. I was always the person in high school who took care of her friends and who took care of peers. And I will continue to be that person until I am 80 years old. No shame. So I just wanted to take a minute to let everybody know, however far this reaches, that if you need a friend, if you need somebody to talk to, somebody to listen, I would be more than honored to be that person. And never for a second should you think that there's nobody in this world who cares about you, because I promise you that that is wrong. And somebody's heart would break if you weren't in their life anymore. So please, don't give up. Even if you don't want to talk to me, talk to somebody. Talk to your mom, talk to your sister, talk to your friend, talk to your neighbor, talk to a counselor, talk to your dog. Just kidding. That's a little lonely. I do it too, but maybe you should try to find somebody who can talk back, right? Talk to somebody, because they can't predict that you're in pain, right? They might suspect it, but they don't want to seem like an ass and just blatantly come out and say, hey, you look like you're struggling. How can I help? Because what if you're not struggling, right? Some of us struggle with RBF, right? Really, really freaking bad. And on another side of that, some people just naturally look miserable, even if they're not. So it's tough to expect somebody to just know. But if you're really in pain, if you're really just so frustrated that you don't see another option out, you need to reach out, because reaching out and talking to that stranger could be the best decision you've ever made in your life. And it could quite literally be the difference between life and death. And if you're somebody who, rather than is struggling but knows people who might be struggling, make sure that you give them extra support. Make sure you take time out of your day to send them a message, to send them a funny picture or a little inspiring quote, to let them know that you're thinking about them and that they are important to you and that you care, and that even in your busy life, you care enough to stop and to take 5 minutes to check up on them. Because that also could be the difference between life and death. And I might be slacking off, and that makes me feel horrible. Now that it's come out of my mouth, I realize there are some people that I personally need to check up on, just because I care about them very deeply. I have over or close to 200 people on my Facebook friend list, and I know all of them personally. Even if I met them online, like a silly little nerdy game. I've talked to them. These are all people that I've known for over 5, over 10 years. And I care about each and every single one of them. And I'm always open for my friends list on any of my social media accounts to grow. So if you would like a spot to always have a friend, always have an ear, I'll be that person. I would love it for sure. So I just wanted to get that out there and let you know that there are a million other options than leaving us too soon. And we care about all of you because we are a team, all of us. So good night, and I love you, and be strong, and remember that things will always get better. They may get worse first, but it will always, always get better. So don't give up.